You might have heard that live shopping is exploding. And I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done, and you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop, prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No, you can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's ZENNI.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. Summertime and the living is easy. I was kind of humming that song one day, and the kid I was around said, I heard that song on American Idol. I said, of course you did. That's where I heard it the first time too. Wink, wink. Okay, summertime is coming. We just got through, Christmas. Then we got through spring and Easter break, and then we're going to take like 3.5 days of work, and then it's summertime. We're all going to goof off, blow everything off, go have some fun, right? Spend the money we probably shouldn't be spending. Go take some time off that we really need, probably don't have, because we should be spending that time earning money. You get the deal, right? We're going to do it anyway, because that's what society does. But what if you wanted to change some things about your life? What if summertime became the best time to do it? We're going to talk about that today. It is a daily boost from MotivationToMove.com. The positive boost you need every single day since 2006 doing this show. Episode 5084. I used to do 16 shows a week. I've done a lot of podcasts. I don't even know how many I've done. It's got to be somewhere around 14,000-ish. I did count one time. It was about 12,000 when I did. 14,000 individual episodes. So this has been a deal. Now, I don't do that anymore. I just do 5 a week these days. Good to have you. Thanks for stopping by. It is the Daily Boost. It's me, Scott Smith. Nice to have you here today as we get into summertime. Newsletter is out. It's in the wild. The Daily Boost newsletter at dailyboostnewsletter.com. Now, I'm going to promise you something right now. I want you to go get it. You have to opt in to get the newsletter. I will not send it to you unless you actually go. If you send me an email saying, Scott, put me on the email list, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to say, go here and put yourself on the email list. Because then we know you did it, we know you want it, and we can send it to you. And if you change your mind, you can opt out and be done. We're not going to force anything upon you. But I will tell you something. This podcast is 100% written, conceived, produced, hosted, done by me. Right up until the fact that I upload it. At that point, we pass it off. But I do this 100%. Blame me for everything, okay? This newsletter that I'm writing for you, I 100% write from scratch by myself without ChatGPT. There's no AI involved other than my spell check, because God knows I need that. I write it for you, directly to you. So if you don't want AI, and if you don't mind the occasional Scottism in there, you're going to like the newsletter. Go to dailyboostnewsletter.com. No AI involved. AI is a great thing, but, that discussion has just begun, hasn't it? Let's talk about Operation Reinvention. This happened, I think, the first time I did this, maybe about 7 or 8 years ago. I just talked about it recently on my Face Your Passion coaching group. I coach these guys every single week. And so I'm out in front of them a little bit. I usually 6 or 8 weeks, if not much more than that, to try to lean them and frame them for what's coming. And so I was talking about that. And this happens oftentimes around New Year's. Instead of a New Year's resolution, I tend to say, hey, let's do a reinvention. Sometimes it happens around a birthday when you reinvent yourself on your birthday, and certainly in summertime. Now, let me give you the framing for the summertime. Here's the deal, and pay close attention because I want to give you an idea how this works. We talked about this earlier in the week. Society is going to do certain things in a certain way. It's going to take holidays. It's going to take weekends. It's going to do all the stuff society does. A lot of that driven by the way the government's been run over the years. A lot of it driven by the way capitalism, the way commercial operations have run over the years. Most of what we do throughout the course of the year is affected, by the way, by business. Most businesses are driving what we do. Have you ever thought about that? Hey, Christmas is a religious holiday, but what drives it? The store. Right? Easter is a religious holiday, but what drives it? The Easter bunny. All these things are driven by commercialism, and I'm totally cool with that because I think the businesses, and I thank God for the businesses of the world that want to make a profit, they're providing such lifestyle for us, but they're also locking us into an expectation and things that we maybe aren't thinking about doing on our own, right? So when you arrive here at this point and you're saying, okay, I'm listening to this thing, I really want to do something different with my life. And I'm not going to define what that is. Maybe it's make more money. Maybe it's just be happier. Maybe it's just have more impact on the world. I don't know. I don't know why you're here today. Maybe you feel stuck or frustrated. Maybe you're feeling depressed and you just want to change it a little bit. Well, society is going to fight you. Not because society has got a memo saying, fight Scott. It does not. It's just the way it does it. And it has to do that to keep everybody heading in the same direction. So in the summertime, a long time ago, I learned this lesson. Now, let me reel back just a little bit more to tell you where I really learned the lesson. I learned the lesson when my first wife passed away. It had been a long 6 months. I was in no shape to do much of anything. I was just devastated when she died. But I recognized something. I recognized during that period of time that my life changed, that everything kind of stopped, that the people I'd done business with, the people I'd worked with did not know what to say to me. They didn't want to bother me. They didn't know if I could work. They didn't know where my what my mindset was. They didn't contact me. And I recognized that opportunity, nobody's bugging me. Why don't I do something else? And this business started because the day after my wife died, now I'm probably 2 weeks, I'll be honest with you. I said, I have a window of opportunity where everybody else is looking that way and I can go this way. This business started because of that. And it did about 6 weeks later because I did just what I'm going to tell you to do right now. Coming this summertime, everybody else is going to be focused on their vacations. They're going to be focused on taking care of the kids after school. It's going to get crazy. I mean, I'm going to enjoy the fact the school buses aren't running all day long. Everybody's going to be doing something else. They're not paying attention to you. So what can you do while everybody's looking the other direction? What can you focus on? Can you focus on your fitness? Can you focus on the book you want to write? Can you focus on starting the business you want to do? What can you do this summer that will change everything? So let me give you a question, because I find that in my world, there's lots of questions I ask people. I'm a coach. That means I ask questions to kind of reframe folks and get them thinking differently. Trust me, I ask myself questions all the time. I write them down. Half the questions I ask myself, you'll hear on this podcast. So what's the single question I could ask myself that will prepare me for Operation Reinvention this summer? Here's that question.
Thinking about refreshing the carpet in your home? Now's the time to do it. For a limited time at the Home Depot, get 10% off installed carpet projects on trusted brands like LifeProof with pet-proof technology, Home Decorators Collection, and Traffic Master. Plus, with installation starting at just 49 cents per square foot, upgrading your space is more affordable than ever at the Home Depot. Offer valid June 11th, 2026 through June 28th, 2026. Exclusions apply. For licenses, see homedepot.com/license numbers.
What single change can I make that would automatically and positively disrupt everything in my life and put me in a better place? I didn't write that haphazardly. It's a single change I can make. A change that would automatically have an impact in a positive way. It would disrupt whatever was going on that I didn't like about my life and put me in a better place. I didn't want to define that. I figured I'd find that. So that question is well thought out. It's been used for me over the years, and I have taught this to so many coaching clients. And I will tell you next week, I will be on coaching calls And people will recite that question back to me. Why? Because they heard the podcast and I reminded them of it. By the way, those guys get that commercial-free version of the podcast, a perk of being a client of mine. The question one more time, and I want you to write this down today. This will drive you. And if you take advantage of what's coming, you're going to have 3 or 4 months to literally change everything about your life. And I'm not underestimating the possibility of that happening. What single question, what single change can I make? A change that would automatically and positively disrupt everything in my life and put me in a better place. And one last note I want to give you here is sometimes people, they make adjustments in their life. And you should make little adjustments along the way. But I have to tell you, if you are yearning for something different in your life, you don't want an adjustment. You want something new. It's how it is. You might have to adjust things along the way to get it right. But ultimately, ask yourself right now, do I just want to get a version of what I'm kind of sort of not happy with right now? Or I want something new? My question with you would be, do you have the courage to say, yes, I want something new? And do you have more courage to go figure out what that's supposed to be? Or in my vernacular, do you have the courage to face your passion, to live with passion, purpose, meaning, and legacy? Do you have the courage? Most people do not. What single change can I make? A change that would automatically and positively disrupt everything in my life and put me in a better place. I dare you. I dare you. I also dare you to go to dailyboostnewsletter.com. Opt in, get signed up. I release it every Friday. You'll be on the list automatically. I'll send it again Monday or Tuesday for those of you who did not get it. But I will send it again just to resend. But yeah, go get on the list. If you decide it's not your thing, it's not your huckleberry, as you would say, unsubscribe. See you tomorrow.